later on. ESPN.com did some projections, Yerk, on the rookies for the upcoming 2024 NFL season. And passing yards and touchdowns might come as no surprise that they project Caleb Williams to throw for the most passing yards. But boy, is it close. They've got him pegged at 35-32 in 15 starts, and they've got J.J. McCarthy right behind him with one fewer start at 35-27. They've got Williams, J.J., Daniels, May, and Nix all projected over 3,100 yards. And while you might at first think, well, that's not going to happen. Not all five are going to play that much or be that successful. Not that that's all that
But you know
successful.
the guy in Minnesota is going to be playing. You know the guy in Chicago is going to be playing.
Yeah, you know Jaden Daniels is going to be playing,
Okay,
too.
there you go.
So they write that the history of the position tells the story. From 2011 to 2023, 34 of 41 first-round quarterbacks, that's 83%, Yerk, took over as the starter prior to Week 10. We talk about this all the time. They draft him these days high. They're going to play him. They want that rookie contract. They want, while the clock is in their favor, they want these quarterbacks to play. They want to see what they've got. The days of like, well, we'll just sit him and he can wait a year. Not that it never happens. Obviously happened with Jordan Love, but it's rare. Again, 83% over a decade-plus data sample. 49% started in Week 1. Think about that. So nearly half of them start in Week 1, Yerk. That list includes all three quarterbacks from last year, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, and Anthony Richardson. There have been 24 quarterbacks who appeared in at least 14 games as a rookie since 2011. That group has averaged just over 3,400 passing yards and 18.4 touchdown passes per season as a rookie. So, what is the minimum baseline, you think? Like, give me this. Give me the floor for Caleb. Like, what, like, sort of better happen before you go, uh-oh? What would be a pleasant surprise, and what would be exceptional, Yerk?
I think it's easier to go to per game average. That way you don't have to come up with a total. I'd rather give you per game average.
Because you might not start 17 games.
You might not start 17 games.
Okay.
I think exceptional would be 250 yards per game.
You think that would be exceptional?
That would be exceptional.
And let's say
in his first year, in his rookie year, 250 yards per game, which takes him over 4,000 yards.
Let's say, okay, I was going to say, let's say he plays 15 games. That would take him to 3750, and that'd be pretty darn good.
Well, I'm not doing it 50. I'm doing it on a 17-game schedule.
17.
It's a per game average. That way, if he plays 15, then you can get what I'm doing then.
Okay.
I think if
250 per game. Okay.
I think it's exceptional if you can average 2 touchdowns a game.
I think so, too.
Yes.
I would say 24. You'd look back and say that was an exceptional season. I agree with that number.
Yeah.
What about, like, kind of what I expected?
Interceptions.
All right, well, go ahead. You want to do that?
I would expect him to have 0.50 interceptions, which is 9. Let's put it at 9 interceptions. 9? Yeah, 9 interceptions.
9 interceptions. I would
34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Exceptional football.
2.5 to 1.
Over 4,000 yards playing. You said exceptional, right?
That's exceptional.
That's exceptional. That would be, wow, I can't believe it. The Bears hit a grand salami and another grand salami after it.
I think those are perfect.
Okay.
250
nice?
per game, better than, 2 to 1, 2.5 to 1 or so touchdown interception ratio. I like it. Yes, that'd be good.
Average. Now, this is, hey, he came out and he did his job.
Yeah.
230.
Average. Okay, 230.
230 times 17 is what? 3,400, 510. It's 3,900 yards, I think.
Yeah.
3910.
3910 is exactly right.
3910. I would say average. Okay, this is average.
I have a touchdown number in mind. I want to see how close we are.
25. That would be average. 25
you just said 24 was exceptional, you said.
No, I didn't. I said 34 touchdowns.
34.
34. I got him 9 touchdowns down now. 25.
My bad.
25, I think, would be average.
See, I was going to say like 21 or 22, but okay.
Well, I got 25. That's
25,
average.
all right.
Right.
Okay.
And then interceptions would be 13.
Okay.
A little over 2 to 1.
Over 2 to 1.
That's average, 2 to 1 in this league nowadays.
Okay. And then what would be sort of like...
Oh, my God, I can't believe it.
Well, maybe not even that, but just
oh, my God, I can't believe it. What the hell happened?
Oh, boy. All right. What were
you
those?
ready? 215.
What were those numbers? Oh.
215.
I'm going to cringe. Because that's only... Well, that's still 3,600 yards. Okay, but that's not... Yeah.
19 touchdowns.
Okay.
and 17 interceptions.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit like.
Now we're like, what the hell just happened?
Oh.
210.
Weird. Like if he threw for 3,600, we might be like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, throwing for the yardage is easy. Getting the touchdowns and not throwing interceptions is the difficult aspect of it.
Yes, it is. 17 touchdowns would be no good.
You're looking at Justin Fields' numbers.
17
right
interceptions.
By the way, you're looking at Justin Fields' numbers right there. Maybe a little bit less in yardage.
A little
less
yardage. I was going to say it's a little less.
Yeah. So I think I got a nice range there, Carm. With the yardage being the kind of okay, if he gets 4,100 yards, great, but you're not throwing 300 yards a game. 300 yards a game, you're at 5,000 yards.
Right.
Right? I don't expect 5,000 yards. But because you're playing 17 games, and that's what it's all based on, well, I got him over 4,000, but he's not over 4,000 by a mile.
No.
He's creeping above it. That's C.J. Stroud last year, 4,200 yards. He missed 2 games.
Yep, and he missed 2
But
games.
he missed 2 games.
Yeah, that's right.
All right?
So what's the baseline and like what would
And
be?
just because Chicago's never had a 4,000-yard passer or a 30 touchdown guy doesn't mean that's not customary around the NFL. It just means it's not here in Chicago because of their inability, their gross inability.
Yeah.
In the new age of professional football. So I'm not looking at Jim McMahon and yelling at Jim McMahon. I'm looking from the 2000 on when they changed some rules and made passing easier. As to the group that hasn't been able to get it done.
C.J. Stroud did it. Justin Herbert did it, right? We looked at the handful of guys that have done it. It's not a ton, but in this last decade or so, Cam Newton did it.
5,000's the new 4,000.
Well, for sure.
Right,
For
5,000's the new 4,000.
Yeah, or like
Yes.
4,800 anyway.
Where 4,000 became the new 3,000.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's 5,000 is the new 4,000. So I'm just asking for a 4,000-yard guy.
So, like, what's the floor that you're maybe like hoping for? You say, okay, it better be at least this. And then what would be exceptional in your mind? 312-332-3776. If you've got an opinion and you want to ring us up. It's Carmen and Jurko.